Everything is better when you share. Hey guys, it's me again, Douglas, and today I want to talk to you guys about sharing and about the idea that we are stronger together, right? Like we need each other. We need you. And sharing is interesting because it's one of those things that I feel like, especially as kids, we hear about all the time, right? Like everybody's always saying, share your things, you need to share, let's share, boys and girls. We hear it all the time. But it seriously is so important. And it's not just important, like we know it's important. Like if you need someone to share with you, yeah, you realize that sharing is important. Seems like everybody wants people to share with them, but it is important that we share with others. Not just because it's a good thing to do, but because God made us to share. We need each other. We were made to work together. And it seems like most of the time that we hear about sharing, we're talking about sharing your things, right? Sharing your stuff. And it's not like the whole picture of sharing, but that is part of it. You know, in the book of Acts, it talks about the start of the church, like the beginning of the Christian church. And it says that the early believers didn't count anything as their own. Everybody shared with everybody else. And because of that, there was no one who was like needy among them. And I think that there are some people who look at that passage and say, see, the Bible says that people should give me their stuff. If that's what you're thinking, you are missing the point. You know, at my school, we have these lunches where you can either like get the school lunch, like you have like a little card, or you can bring some money and pay for a school lunch, or you're allowed to bring your own lunch from home. Like your mom or dad will make you your lunch and you can bring it with you. And most of us bring our own lunch because it seems like these days the lunches at school are not very good, at my school anyways. So most people try to bring their lunch if they can. And if you don't have like the meal pass sort of thing, it's really expensive to just buy one lunch. Well, one day my friend Noah forgot his lunch. And all of us sitting at the table with him were like, oh no, you've got to go get the school lunch. And just as he was about to, get up and have to go pay for lunch, one of my other friends, Emma, she was like, wait, sit down. And she opened up her lunch and she pulled out this sandwich and she said, my mom always cuts my sandwich into 4 pieces. Do you want one of the pieces? And Noah was like, well, yeah, thank you. And so all the rest of us at the table, we had other things that we could share too. So we gave him some chips and somebody gave him some of their apple slices. And there was not one of us that day who was like hungry. Noah had a full lunch and all of us had just like a little bit less of our lunch. And I tell you what, like I'm really glad that Emma said something. Because for me, I was just sitting there like, oh man, poor Noah. And it didn't even occur to me that I could share some of my own lunch with him. But we were made to take care of each other, right? When God made the world and the universe and everything in it, every time he made something, he was like, he saw that it was good. He saw that it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Everything, he made the trees and he saw that it was good. He made the sky and he saw that it was good. And the only thing that was not good in that story, the only thing in the creation story that it says was not good was when Adam was alone, right before God made Eve. So God made Eve and then that was good. It's pretty easy for us to look at Noah's situation, my friend Noah, not like Noah in the ark, but it's easy for us to look at that situation and say, man, I really don't want to be in that situation. Like that's an easy thing for us to realize. Like I don't want to be in a situation where something bad happens and I need help. And you especially don't want to be in that situation if there's nobody to help you. And I think that a lot of us don't realize how big of an impact we can have on others when we share. Emma, she gave a 1/4, like 1/4 of her sandwich. That's all she gave. Just a little bit, and she had a whole rest of her lunch. But because she helped, because she did something, that inspired all the rest of us to do something too. And the truth is that the world has a lot of problems. There are a lot of people who need a lot of help, and you cannot do it alone. But that's kind of the point. You weren't made to do it alone, and you don't have to do it alone. But it is important for us to look for people who need help and do what we can. And, I've talked a lot about, like stuff, like you could give some of your lunch. Or a lot of times people talk about sharing your money, right? Like tithing 10% of your money, giving a little bit of whatever you make to help others. That's all good, but there's so much more that we can share than just our stuff. You can share your time, right? You can share your energy. You can share kind words, and you can share your experience, the stuff that you know. And if we all share with each other, we're like unstoppable. We all need each other, and we are all stronger together. So my challenge to you guys today is that you would share. Share your stuff, share your time, share kind words with those who need it, and that you would actively look for people who need you, who need help. Look for ways that you can share. You do not have to look far to find someone in need. And again, don't feel like the whole world is weighing on your shoulders. Don't feel like the entire responsibility of taking care of everyone rests on you alone. That's not how it works. Just do what you can. Share what you can. Everyone can share. We all need help sometimes, and we are stronger together. Hey guys, I hope you liked this video. And seriously, we do need each other. We are stronger together. We need to share with one another. We need others to share with us, and we need to share with others. And when everybody's doing their job, when everybody's sharing together, amazing things can happen. But hey, I wanted to give you an extra challenge today, and that is that there are people that kind of get lost, right? People that we forget about. Right, like my story about Noah and Emma and all my friends, I think that's helpful in showing how important it is to share and how easy it can be to share. But I need to also not forget about the kids not at my table, right? We need to always be pulling new people to the table, so to speak. If you've got a great community around you and you're all sharing and taking care of each other, then as a community, I think it's a really good idea to look for other people or other whole communities that could use your help. I think it's amazing and incredible and awesome to see the church helping people. We were made to show God's love to the world, to share the good news and to help people. So yeah, I really hope that you'll be looking for people in need and looking for ways that you can help. There are a lot of people with a lot of needs, and there are a lot of ways that we can share.